Federal immigration officials are revealing new details about several ICE raids that took place across the city just this week.
It's hot here. Protesters just outside of Chicago chanting "ICE out" in Spanish.
Sirens echo from the south side to Logan Square. Streets that once whispered with commuters now tremble beneath the sound of engines. At first, no one knows what's happening. Then the alerts flood social media. ICE raids. Multiple locations. Stay inside. From Little Village to Brighton Park, from Pilsen to back of the yards, federal agents move in dark convoys through narrow streets. Unmarked vans roll to a stop. Doors swing open, and within seconds, chaos unfolds. A bakery owner preparing morning orders glances out her window and freezes. Across the street, agents rush into a small apartment building. Neighbors watch from windows, phones shaking in their hands. Children are hurried away from bus stops. The city that never sleeps is now holding its breath. Scene 1. The first raid begins in Albany Park before dawn. Witnesses say they heard pounding on metal doors, then shouting. Footage later shows agents in black vests escorting 3 men in handcuffs. A woman screams from a second-floor window, clutching a child. Her words, muffled, desperate, echo through the street. ICE later claims the operation targeted individuals with active warrants. But residents say those detained were fathers, workers, and neighbors. No criminal history. Scene 2. The South Side sweep by 8 a.m. Another wave hits Gage Park and Englewood. Police radios crackle, streets close. Helicopters hover low. A grocery delivery truck is stopped. Agents surround it, weapons drawn. Inside, 2 men are questioned and removed. One of them had been working there for 6 years. His co-workers stand frozen, recording through the truck windows. The footage goes viral within hours. Agents shouting, people crying, the sound of metal doors slamming shut. Local news captions it simply as ICE raids turn violent. Scene 3. Pilsen standoff in Pilsen. Residents don't wait quietly. As the raids spread, protesters gather, waving banners chanting "No more fear." The crowd blocks a street near 18th and Ashland, forming a human barrier between agents and a neighborhood bakery. Someone live streams the confrontation. Agents pushing through, shouts filling the air. A tear gas canister hits the ground. The smoke swirls among families and children. The screen shakes. The live stream cuts off. When it returns, dozens of arrests. People coughing, faces streaked with tears. The pavement glistens from spilled milk and shattered glass. Scene 4. Logan Square Diner. Raid at a diner on Milwaukee Avenue. It's breakfast rush. The owner, Marco, flips pancakes behind the counter. He doesn't notice the black SUVs outside until it's too late. 4 agents enter. Customers drop forks, hands raised instinctively. Marco's wife stands frozen near the register. One worker, mid-shift, runs to the back door, but 2 more agents are there. In seconds, the sound of sizzling griddles is replaced by shouting and tears. Later that afternoon, Marco's diner sits empty. Plates still on tables, coffee cups half full. A note taped to the door. Closed until further notice. Scene 5. Official response. By noon, the mayor's office releases a statement. We are aware of ongoing federal operations. Chicago does not cooperate with ICE raids. We are demanding transparency, but reporters demand more. How many were arrested? Why were agents armed? Was anyone injured? Hours later, officials confirm dozens detained. Multiple injuries. They call it an escalation, unprecedented in scale. One source inside City Hall whispers to a journalist, "They're hitting places that were supposed to be safe zones. Even shelters. Even churches." Scene 6, the hospital scene at a nearby hospital. Nurses treat those caught in the chaos. A delivery driver with a broken wrist. A teenager hit by a rubber bullet. A woman struggling to breathe after tear gas exposure. They sit together in silence, watching breaking news coverage on the waiting room TV. Every channel shows the same images. Flashing lights, agents in helmets, families crying. The ticker reads, officials reveal new details. Violent ICE raids sweep Chicago. Scene 7. Inside the press conference hours. Later, at a tense press conference, officials finally speak. A spokesperson says, these were lawful enforcement operations targeting individuals in violation of federal law. But a reporter interrupts, then why were unarmed bystanders injured? Why were peaceful businesses targeted? The spokesperson pauses, a flicker of unease. Youngman replies, I can't comment on operational details. The room fills with murmurs. Cameras click. Outside, protesters chant, We are not afraid. Scene 8. The city at night as darkness falls. Chicago looks different. Not destroyed, but wounded. The skyline glows like nothing happened. Yet the streets below whisper stories of fear. A man walks past shuttered windows, graffiti scrawled across brick walls. Who's next? Drone footage pans over the city. Sirens, flashing lights, and silence between them. Somewhere in a small apartment, a child asks, Will they come again tomorrow? Her mother can't answer. Scene 9. Aftermath. By midnight, advocacy groups report more than 70 people missing. Churches open their doors for shelter. Community kitchens prepare food for families too afraid to go outside. Across social media, one message spreads. Stay together. Stay strong. Don't open the door. Officials promise an investigation, but few believe it will change anything. One restaurant owner, standing before his empty shop, says quietly, They said Chicago was a sanctuary city, but tonight it feels like a ghost town. Scene 10. Closing narration. In the city of steel and glass, where resilience is worn like armor, Chicago faces another test. These raids are not just about immigration. They're about power, about fear, about how much silence a city can bear before it breaks. And as officials reveal more details, the truth emerges not from their statements, but from the echo of boots on Chicago's streets, and the people left behind when the engines fade away.